Welcome back. Let's talk about something completely different. Let's say that you want to learn programming. You're convinced that it will help you advance your life, your career, reach your goals, but it's just too much time, right? I mean, it's not something that you learn over a weekend. I mean, you can get the basics down over a weekend, certainly, but to practice and to advance that, it will need some significant amount of time, and you don't have the time. I mean, I've been there. I'm still here with kids, with multiple jobs, with a partner, with hobbies. I like to play the keyboards in a band, for example. That all takes time. So how should I make time to learn programming, to start something new when my day is completely packed, right? So that these are, I'm sure you've had these kind of thoughts. I had them as well. But what if I could tell you that what if you would only find 1 hour per day? Only 1 hour. I mean, what do you mean 1 hour, Tom? I'm getting up in the morning. I'm trying to get everybody out of the door. My family, myself. I'm working in my job. I'm doing the things that I'm supposed to be doing. And when I'm back home, I sort of crash on the couch, and I'm happy to have just a couple of minutes for myself before I go to bed. What do you mean? How do you find 1 more hour per day? But let's just say that it would be possible. What could you do with this 1 hour? 1 hour per day means, almost one full workday, an 8-hour workday additional per week that you get. What would you do with one additional day per week, right? And what if you could sort of do this for a whole year? You would have 365 hours more per year. Do you think you could learn programming in a year when you are spending 300 plus hours on it? I'm sure, right? This would be a no-brainer. Of course, you would be learning programming. So how would you find that 1 hour per day? Well, let's do something kind of uncomfortable. Let's take your phone. You probably have it in your hand already, or at least it's in one of your pockets. Take it out and then use the screen time app, right? The app that's recording how your time is spent on the phone. And on iOS, it's called Screen Time. On Android, it's called Digital Wellbeing. And I think you have to set it up first, on Android at least. But if you've done that, and I'm doing this right now with you, right? I'm looking at the screen. It tells me that this week I spent 3 hours and 14 minutes on YouTube. Now I'm recording this on a Sunday, so let's say we've got 6 days already. 3 hours and 14 minutes. That means I've spent more than 30 minutes per day just on YouTube. And there's right below, there's Netflix. There's 3 hours and 10 minutes even. Okay, so together it's 6 hours. So I spent this hour per day on entertainment, just on Netflix and YouTube. And there are different apps there as well. I wouldn't really bore you with all these social networks there, or with the games that I'm playing on my phone. But my message is clear, I think, right? You get it. You would have the time if you would sort of cut down on social media, on entertainment, on YouTube, on Netflix, whatever it is for you. And I'm not judging you. As I said, I'm looking at my phone right now, and these are my real numbers there. And I could have used the time more productively to do something more meaningful, more, something that will change my life in the future. When I'm investing the effort, the time right now. So time really isn't an issue. We are so distracted with all the entertainment, with all the social media, with all the stuff, with all the notifications that are coming in. Just checking email on your phone. Try to check the data on that, how much time is spent just reading emails. And you could say, well, these are my emails, and of course it's important to read them and to react on them. But is it necessary to do that, I don't know, dozens of times per day? Think about that. If you would go to your mailbox, to your physical mailbox, where you receive your physical mail, like letters and newspapers and magazines and invoices, more probably. If you would go like 10 times to this mailbox and try to open it and see if something new has been coming in, it would be kind of absurd, right? But that's what we are doing with our email inboxes, with our email mailboxes. We're checking them compulsively to see, to get that dopamine hit if something new is coming in, right? And we do the same with even more and even more often with social media. We're trying to, well, get a high, a dopamine high of something new arriving in our mailboxes. Well, enough from me. The thing is, if you want to learn programming, I'm sure you would find the time if you would cut back on some of the behavior that we all are doing every day. You could use your smartphone for you by setting some time limits there in the screen time app or in the digital well-being app. And yeah, you get back some time. You get back an hour per day at least. That you could spend to learn something new. And if it's not learning programming, it's, I don't know, learning something else, even spending time with your kids 1 more hour per day. Wouldn't that be worth it alone, right? Of course. But I'm not really judging one thing against the other. All I'm saying is you've got the time. You would have the time if you would just sort of, take a good hard look like I just did on my phone here, and see where you're spending your time, and then make a decision to change that, make a decision to limit that and to do something productively with that time. You got this, okay?